Well, howdy, little lady.
Don't call me that. You're not allowed to call me that. That doesn't even sound right coming out of you.
I'm just getting everybody ready for our Lone Pine, California video.
Aw, shucks, cowboy. Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeehaw! I was fortunate enough to get to visit Lone Pine, California a couple years ago, and I really enjoyed my time there. Deena couldn't make it at that time because she was back in Florida helping our daughter with some medical issues, but I really wanted her to come back and kind of experience some of the same things that I got to in Lone Pine. And one of my experiences was the hottest, the driest, the lowest, and the largest national park in the contiguous United States, which is
Death Valley National Park. Death Valley National Park straddles Nevada and California. It is on about 3.4 million acres and it gets about 1 million visitors per year.
Yeah, back in the olden days, the old gold miners, and I call them silver seekers, on the way to California used to travel through the park. They didn't have much luck with the gold or silver in the park. However, borax ended up being more profitable than the gold or the silver.
Who would have known?
Who would have known? So here's our experience in Death Valley National Park.
Oh yeah, we got to go tarantula hunting too.
Do I detect sarcasm?
No, not at all, dear.
Last year I got to go to Lone Pine, California. Deena couldn't make it. She was back home with our daughter going through some medical stuff. So we're back again in Lone Pine, and we are right on the western edge of Death Valley National Park. So I told Deena I really wanted her to at least get to see the park. We do have rodeo with us, so we're not going to hike today, but instead we're going wildlife watching. Or searching, hunting for wildlife. They do have coyotes here, wild burros or wild, donkeys, coyotes, tortoises, a whole bunch of snakes and lizards. But what I really want to see is, last time I was here I saw some tarantulas, so I told Deena we're going tarantula hunting today.
And I am so excited. I couldn't wait to wake up this morning and tell Rodeo, we're going tarantula hunting, honey.
Do I detect sarcasm? Yes.
So get ready, y'all.
So yeah, today's just going to be an easy day. We're just going to drive around. We do want to try to get to Furnace Creek Visitor Center and then also to the Salt Flats. That's actually 125 miles from where we're at our RV park. So we're not sure if we'll quite make it that far, but just overall, we're just going to be looking for wildlife today and just really enjoying the views. Woohoo! Tarantulas, here we come. Oh, and I want to try to find a roadrunner too.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, they have roadrunners out here, just like the one on TV.
I don't mind being stuck in the middle, 'cause I know that I'll never be alone. We get by, make a lot with a little, take our time, have a place to call our own. Dream away all the plans for tomorrow, a minute lost is a moment left behind. Soak it in, all the joy and the sorrow, take your time, we're alright.
Welcome to Death Valley.
No tarantulas yet, I'm disappointed.
No wildlife at all yet.
I just see a bird.
Oh, you saw a bird.
I saw a bird. That's
okay.
It. But
and
no wildlife.
Cacti.
And cacti. But I gotta tell you, we really just came out for the drive. The colors are unbelievable. They're just amazing. Hopefully you can see behind us. That's way back there are the Sierra Mountains, but just the colors of the rock. We'll spin around this way too and show you this way.
I don't know if it's going to show.
Yeah, hopefully you can see it.
But
But up in here, you got a lot of tans and golds, and then
greens.
back over in this way, it's just the different layers of rocks, different colors of rocks. Some of the, I guess, bushes or scrubs. That all together is pretty cool, right?
Yeah. It is pretty.
It is, yeah. It's a different kind of pretty for us.
Yeah, different kind of pretty.
But I want to see a tarantula.
I want to see a tortoise.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
We're on a tortoise tarantula expedition.
Roadrunner.
Oh, and roadrunners. Oh, and coyotes.
burros.
And donkeys.
And bighorn sheep.
Oh, yeah, and bighorn sheep. We're 0 for like 10 right now.
We'll take anything at this point.
So we got to get going.
A butterfly.
I don't know what the big deal is with Death Valley. It's not that bad here. It's only 66 degrees. A lot of hype. We did get to the, what's this called?
Furnace Creek
Furnace Creek Visitor Center. It's in the middle of December right now, so why it's so cool. So we're going to go check it out, get a map, and find a couple places to look at. We definitely want to get down to the Salt Flats, I think, today.
Yeah.
And then we're going to slowly make our way back to the RV, to the campground. But a lot of scenery here, a lot of cool colors. We did see a raven.
Yeah.
But no tarantulas yet. Or
And no tortoises.
And nothing else. So on to the visitor center. Well, we finally found our Roadrunner.
That's it.
That's it. And he's all torn to pieces.
Poor guy.
Somebody made a pretty ugly looking snake.
I got love and it's worth more than treasure. She's on mine and all I am is hers. We don't need any gold or the glamour. Wouldn't trade it for the money in the world. Times are changing like the East Coast seasons. Every day feeling shorter than the last. Who can write all the rhymes, all the reasons we're moving fast? But we're alright.
All right, we made it to Badwater Basin. These are the salt flats here. We are 282 feet below sea level. Pretty cool. So we're gonna walk out. Deena's actually in the car with Rodeo. Dogs aren't allowed out here, but I'm gonna walk out to the salt flats real quick, take a few pictures of it and head back and let Deena come out here. And I'm sure she'll probably wanna get a few pictures by the sign, but it's pretty neat. It's definitely salty out here. We'll go check them out. So these salt flats are pretty cool. A lot of people, this is just a flat hike from the parking lot. Looks like you probably walk out, I guess as far as you want, but probably about a mile out. Looks like where everybody's kind of stopping. We did talk to the ranger. Apparently when they had a hurricane here a couple of years ago, this whole area was covered in about 2 feet of water. So that would have been something to see as well. But he said it was, as far as you can see, it was 2 feet. So you could walk throughout this forever. Most of this is salt. There's regular table salt, actually. And there's some other trace minerals as well. So this is actually a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be. I'll do a 360 for you so you can see what I'm looking at. I walked about a mile from the parking lot. You might be able to see that behind me. Deena's up there with Rodeo. I'll get back and let her walk out here as well. But I mean, as far as you can see, it is just salt. And it's kind of cool. You get out here off so there's kind of a main trail that everybody's been walking on. It's kind of packed down. But if you get out the trail a little bit, it's all natural. It's crunchy to walk on, actually. And it's pretty neat. It looks like a place like honeycomb, things like that. So pretty cool area. Just the mountains all around, the salt, the people. I mean, everybody's really enjoying this. It's just definitely something to see. I'm really glad we took the time to come out here today. It was a pretty long, about 125 miles from the campground, but I think definitely worth it. And spend a little bit of time, get a few more pictures back here and let Deena come out here and enjoy it as well. And I'll watch Rodeo. Okay, it's time for the real test. We're gonna see if this is really salt. Hopefully I can find a place that nobody's been walking on. Now, hopefully you can see that. We'll check it out. Holy smokes, that's salty. Wow. It's salt. Don't need a lot of that. I think that was worth the whole trip. All 125 miles. So it's pretty neat. So yeah, if you're ever in Death Valley, the salt flats are pretty cool. We're gonna see if Deena really trusts me. I did this already. Take some of this.
I'm not eating that.
Put it on your tongue.
No, I'm not doing it.
I'll do it first if you want. I'm serious. I did it like twice already. It is salty.
Holy smokes.
That's pure salt, isn't it?
Eat
Want
the
some
whole
more?
thing.
I'll eat the whole thing. I'll probably dehydrate. It is salty.
Very salty. Ooh, pucker.
Yeah, I took a lot more than that. I feel funny now.
That's why you did it.
Mutual destruction.
I don't mind living the good life. I got my own good dream written out for me, and I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind.
All right, we're heading back to the campground right now. We made it to Mesquite Flats Sand Dunes. I'll do a 360 for you so you can see what I'm looking at. Basically sand dunes. It's pretty cool. It does remind us of the sand dunes we got to ride some side-by-side on out in Utah. It's pretty cool as far as you can see. Sand dunes, some bushes in them. A lot of people walking around. It was kind of fun to try to walk up one of these. It is pretty difficult. But yeah, I could see spending maybe an hour out here. I wish we had a little bit more time. There's some pretty big sand dunes out behind me. It'd be kind of neat to walk out there, but we're just running out of daylight, to be honest with you. But hopefully back in this area, there's a couple big sand dunes. Might be able to see them. But that's it. We are definitely heading back. We got about another hour of sunlight left. And we got about another 90 miles to go. I want to get through some of that, through some of the summits before it gets too dark. But pretty cool, pretty neat little sand dunes.
I really did enjoy visiting Death Valley National Park. Even though we didn't get to see any tarantulas.
Sarcasm.
Did you detect
Oh,
that?
I did.
But seriously, Death Valley National Park is so different. It's so unique from anything we've ever done before. Not just national parks, but anything else we've done to date. The salt flats were incredible.
They were cool.
Yeah. However, my favorite part of being in Lone Pine, California was we got to visit the Museum of Western Film History.
Yep.
It was opened in 2006 in Lone Pine, California.
Yeah, it was really cool. This is one of my favorite parts from a couple years ago.
Yep.
And they have so many exhibits on the Western film history. It's actually one of the largest museums in the United States dedicated to the Western films.
Yeah, really cool.
Here we go, Pilgrim.
Oh boy.
Little lady. Okay, I was here last year. I really wanted Deena to see this. It's a museum of basically Western film history, and a lot of these films were filmed right behind us in Alabama Hills.
Yeah.
The Lone Ranger, a whole bunch of ones like that. And this is right up your alley, right?
Yeah, but it's really cold. Let's get inside.
We're going inside. We'll talk in there because it is really cold and windy. I'm really glad Deena got to get a chance to see this.
Yeah.
Location for the key scene in the rocks where the troop of Texas Rangers was ambushed, leaving only one survivor, is still referred to as Ambush Canyon.
Okay, so if you're ever in the Lone Pine area, you have to be sure and come to the Museum of Western Film History. It's amazing.
It really is.
It really, there's so much. It's almost, I don't want to say overwhelming, but there is so much to take in.
You could literally spend hours. If you read everything
Yeah.
and all. There's a lot of little small things.
And detailed. Oh my goodness.
I was fortunate enough to come here last year, and I really wanted Deena to see this because I don't know, so much of this stuff reminds me of our childhood. Like
Yeah.
I grew up on the Lone Ranger. There's a big Lone Ranger exhibit here, and since you're older than me, you probably know this a lot better than I do anyways, right?
No, I
No?
don't. No.
Okay. Bad memory?
I think you do. You know it a lot better than I do. And how does that song go?
What song?
The Lone Ranger song.
I don't remember.
Oh, come on. Come on.
I honestly don't remember.
Dun, 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 dun. Do it.
It worked. Should made her do it.
Neon roses singing in my mind. Sun shining off the ocean. parachutes from heaven shine down below. Sunday
Right
morning.
before his time. And a plane crash. Wow, so he makes it through all World War II and he dies in a plane crash. Oh, 1971. He wasn't even 50 years old? Wow. Well, hey there, Pilgrim.
Oh boy,
Am I getting too caught up in this John Wayne stuff?
I think you are, dear.
This is really cool. This is all just a whole little exhibit for John Wayne, but what was really surprising that Deena thought was kind of funny was back here, all of his film credits, everything he's done is probably,
Oh my God.
gosh, gotta be 100 or so of them down there. So it's pretty cool. A lot of old stuff. It just brings back memories and all. And hey, we actually stayed at the John Wayne RV Park
Yeah, we did.
up on the Olympic Peninsula.
Yep.
So, and part of his family still lives in the general area.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. Pilgrim. No?
Never mind. Hey y'all, Danny surprised me with an early Christmas present.
Humphrey Bogart?
Not quite. I'm talking about the car.
Oh, the car.
Look at this beautiful car.
It is pretty cool. Check this out.
You gotta come up front, hon.
I will. It was Humphrey Bogart,
That is beautiful.
the High Sierra.
That is pretty cool.
You see Deena driving that thing?
I can.
You'd be like Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hey, you're Bonnie. And I guess I'd be Clyde.
It's pretty sharp looking, I
It
know
really
that.
is, yeah.
I love the color too.
The museum was incredible. It was so cool to see all this memorabilia, and they really have done it upright. I mean, they really did a nice tribute. It was just so captivating. I honestly thought we'd go in for maybe an hour and a half. We ended up spending half the afternoon.
And it brought back a lot of memories, didn't it?
Well, I wouldn't know that, honey, but okay, I'll go with that.
You're older than me.
You're not supposed to say that on camera.
Doghouse.
You are.
But one of the other reasons for even going to Lone Pine or visiting it is a place called Alabama Hills. Alabama Hills is really a bunch of hills and rock formations in between Lone Pine and the Sierra Mountains. And it's actually pretty cool. It's managed by BLM, or the Bureau of Land Management, and in 2019 it was designated as a National Scenic Area. It's known for dispersed camping and rock climbing there as well.
Yeah.
So Alabama Hills is a pretty cool place.
Alabama Hills is also known as the gateway to Mount Whitney. And speaking of Mount Whitney, if you ever feel adventurous enough to climb, this is the way you would go.
But before you climb Mount Whitney, what you're going to want to do is Alabama Hills, you can actually pick up a map.
Yeah.
And it shows you a lot of different locations where a lot of these old Western films were actually filmed. So you can actually go to the exact same spot. And when I was there, when we were there before, one of my favorite spots was the Lone Ranger Canyon. And you can actually figure out where they set their cameras up and kind of see the whole scene. And it's actually pretty
I
interesting.
think I have a couple pictures of you trying to reenact the scene.
Cowboy.
Cowboy.
Man, what a difference a day makes, doesn't it?
You're not kidding. It is beautiful out.
Yesterday was just kind of a washout, and we had literally 55-mile-an-hour wind gusts
Yeah, it was
yesterday.
unbelievable.
Tried to make the most of it, but today we're just going to do a 360 for you, show you what we're looking at. We're in Alabama Hills by Lone Pine, California. It's just just west of Death Valley, but we have the Sierra Mountains behind us. which
Gorgeous.
hopefully you can see. And actually up there is Mount Whitney. That's the tallest mountain in the continental United States.
Beautiful to look at.
And
I'll never be able to climb it.
in front of us, about 100 miles away, is Death Valley, and the lowest place in the continental United States. So pretty cool. We came here to hike, a little small, about just over half a mile hike. We got lucky. There's a ranger here. He's going to do a presentation, so we're going to hike along with him in a few minutes and do learn some stuff about the geology and go on from there. And I think we're going to do a bike ride after that.
Yeah.
But man, what a difference a day makes.
Yeah, beautiful day.
It's an amazing, amazing day.
So there's nothing to block these storms that come in from the Pacific Ocean like there is now. And anytime rain falls, it picks up carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and it creates carbonic acid. That's different than acid rain. And this is from 1964 to 2012. And so each arrow kind of, depicts the direction that these GPS stations are moving. And the the length of the arrow depicts like how much it's moving per year. That's about 10 millimeters per year.
Wow.
So it's not like this is moving, all the way up the state of California. But
Right.
I woke up the dawn with a new song. Everywhere I look, I belong. Full of wonder, it's a great life. Every moment here is a good time. For saying yes, stoke the flame of happiness to celebrate.
What are you doing?
I don't,
Kill yourself.
my knee won't bend to come all the way. I'm shimmying.
Oh my God. You're gonna...
You do what you gotta do. Okay. Ta-da!
Look behind you now.
Wow, that is pretty, huh?
The ranger left us.
We're on our own.
Yeah, we're lost. The ranger did a nice little program all about geology, and he stopped the program at Monument Arch.
Mobius
Arch, which is a pretty cool arch. And then we're just going to take the trail, continue on back to the parking lot. It's only 0.6 miles total. The arch is roughly halfway in the hike, but the ranger went back the way we came. We're going a different way. So couldn't ask for a nicer day. This is just unbelievable. So, and Rodeo's having a blast as well.
She is.
I think she learned some about geology too.
Yeah, she wanted to eat the rocks.
Yeah.
She thought they were, it was food in everybody's hands for her.
So we're gonna head back, and they do have, I want to show Deena a couple places where they did some film locations. We have a map for that, and
Yeah.
just walk around some more and just enjoy this perfect day.
Yeah, it's beautiful out.
This is pretty cool. Both of us have said so many times, we feel like we're in an old Western movie.
We do.
I feel like we're getting ready to get jumped by some bandits.
I feel like we should be on horses.
Yeah. I feel like we're gonna get attacked by Indians or some bandits or come up on some secret hideout.
Yeah.
Witch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Sure is pretty.
I didn't even see John Wayne out here.
We thoroughly enjoyed Alabama Hills. It was so fun. And after walking around a little bit and doing all that driving, of course, we worked up an appetite. So we went to the Alabama Hills Cafe, and we highly recommend it. It was delicious.
It really was.
Yes.
However, we enjoyed Alabama Hills so much, I got the bright idea. Let's take our e-bikes back through there and do about a 20-mile loop. Let's just say it didn't work out as planned.
No. Let's just say, just watch the video. We'll never forget it, that's for sure.
One of our last adventures in Alabama Hills. Right?
One of our last adventures, besides being
for
with
the
family.
year. Yeah.
for the year, yeah.
Yeah. Once we leave here, we're headed to our son and daughter-in-law's house for Christmas and
New Year's.
and spend some time with them. So
Get caught up on some doctor's appointments and vet appointments and
RV maintenance.
before we start out again.
So this is one of our last hoorahs.
I can't believe it's already,
I know,
oh, now I'm
it's been
sad. You just made me sad.
I'm in the doghouse already. We haven't even started. We're going to do a bike ride. There's a big loop you can do here in Alabama Hills on Movie Road. It's a 17-mile loop all the way around. I don't know if we're going to do the whole thing just because I don't know how bad these roads are.
Yeah.
If it gets real sandy, I don't want to struggle. I know Deena will struggle through some of that. And if it gets that bad, I guess we'll just have to turn around.
No, you really are in the doghouse.
Oh, yeah, I threw you under the bus, didn't I?
You always throw me under the bus.
Okay, well, if I ever come out of the doghouse,
Extra Christmas presents.
I better go and just shut my mouth. So we're going to do a nice little bike ride around Alabama Hills here in Lone Pine, California.
And you're going with us.
How's it going so far?
I'm getting beat to hell. I'm not enjoying it.
These roads aren't too bumpy.
Look at him. I had to stop because I almost crashed and he keeps going. He has no clue. He's just going on his merry way. He's out of sight. Good thing I didn't crash and get hurt. God. Pray for me, please, people. I appreciate it. Let's see how long it takes him to come back. I give up. Oh, look, he did come back, but he's not coming back all the way. I almost killed myself.
In those bumps?
Huh?
In those real bad whoop-de-doos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't even see them.
And you just kept going.
Oh, I couldn't stop. I came back.
I got proof.
I came back.
Yeah, a little late.
Huh?
A little late.
Oh, I had to make the suspense drama.
And I know, and I know when you edit this, you're going to make it seem like you came right back. But I know.
Chase the light. I wanna chase the light. Pushing back the night. I wanna chase the light. I wanna feel alive till the bright sky is out.
Ain't nothing
Oh boy. We had to take a break because our butts are sore. These roads are all washboarded out the whole way, so we're constantly back and forth trying to find the smoothest part of the road to ride on, and there's really not, is there?
Well, there's been a little bit, very, very little, but not much. But I was going to say 6 days before Christmas, I like that you brought me out here
Why is that?
because my list is growing and growing and growing.
Help. Maybe there's a pot of gold at the end of the road or something.
Stocking stuffers even better because
geez.
they come in small packages. Or
Look at the scenery. Just enjoy the scenery.
the sun's going down behind the mountain right now.
Oh,
Show
yeah,
'em.
it is. Here, I'll spin around. Oh, where are we going? That way.
Ta-da!
Where's it at?
It's gone.
Somewhere up in there.
Yeah,
the
it's
sun.
beautiful.
We think we saw some mountain lion tracks back there. So
And then something else that was pretty big.
I'm going to speed up and get out of here before dark. We'll see what happens with Deena. Wish her luck. Good luck with that Christmas list. Oh, you want me to hang out with you and stay back with you? I want my Christmas list goes up.
If you know what's good for you, buddy.
We're out of here. We're going to try. We're about a third of the way through the trail, but the last third is all road. It's Whitney Portal Road. So once we get out there, and that's all downhill, it won't be bad. We have about 6 more miles to go on this bumpy old road. Well, we made it back, barely. It's 5:30.
Barely.
Deena's bike actually broke on her. We're getting a brake fault.
Yeah.
And we had like 7 miles to go.
Uphill.
Well,
oh no,
1
the
mile
last
uphill.
Yeah.
We had to push the bike a mile uphill. We were exhausted. Luckily, the way we went, our last 6 miles was all downhill on Whitney Portal Road, so she was able to coast for 6 miles.
Yeah.
She just couldn't make the last quarter mile because it was back uphill again. So I went ahead and got my bike loaded up real quick and came back and get her. You can see most of our batteries are almost dead.
The red lights are on.
So, anyways, we're alive. We made it. Another adventure.
Oh yeah,
But,
another adventure, honey.
I'm gonna owe you a big Christmas list.
You are. Big Christmas present.
Oh, God help me.
A lot, either a really, really big one or a lot of little ones.
But the experiences
oh,
you
yeah.
get to encounter
That's
with
good.
me.
I'm glad you had those experiences
Right?
and those memories, but I want presents.
Like, remember camping in Rocky Mountain in the snow and the rain and... Anyways, I better go. We got still some cleaning up to do.
And rodeo's waiting.
Yeah, so we're alive.
Dinner time.
The bike ride was actually pretty neat, other than Deena's bike breaking down.
Yeah.
Now, luckily for us, our very next stop had a bike repair shop, and we did get the bike fixed right after that.
Yeah. My favorite part of the bike ride was the incredible sunset and going downhill. We hope you enjoyed this week's video. Thank you so much for watching.
Remember, always live life to the fullest.
Have a great week, safe travels, and God bless.